So recently I heard on another popular YouTube channel that Shadow Step is kind of useless. And honestly, when it comes to positioning Reaper, Shadow Step is one of the most useful abilities that you can have. So in this case, this is a capture point. What I'm going to do is avoid the main choke point by teleporting using Shadow Step. And basically I'm the back line. What I'm looking for here is a pick on a DPS or support. Okay, now DPSs or supports will hide behind an enemy Reinhardt shield. In this case, it is a Soldier 76. I've taken him down, right? So my team has recognized that I've taken one down. It looks like they've taken one down themselves as well. Take down the Ana, so a healer and a DPS is down as well. So now the two tanks are battling it out, and I as Reaper begin to move in on the tank as well. So our whole team is positioning themselves on the point. We're capturing it. This is very fast. Now, Shadow Step allowed me to basically just move in and rush in immediately. It looks like the other team was very, very disorganized, and we caught them by surprise. Right now, it looks like they're probably pulling back, trying to organize themselves, but we're rushing in, and Shadow Step is allowing me to go on a platform. It looks like Diva is setting up for a boop for some reason. She's trying to field matrix me right now, and I'm just moving in aggressively. So in this case, again, Shadow Step is just allowing me to move in aggressively, quickly. Baby Diva is out. I don't really care, so just move in. It looks like most of my team has taken out a lot of the other enemy teammates. Now I've taken out the Torb, taken out the Ana, and the Reinhardt's down. So we capture the point very seamlessly, very quickly. The enemy team doesn't know what hit them, and that's thanks to Shadow Step. Now that was just a really quick play-by-play on how Shadow Step is really useful when it comes to positioning. So I do want to kind of add some more things on that, just because that was, not all I wanted to really explain. So um, really what I used there and what I used to my advantage was the element of surprise. So that's really important when it comes to Reaper. When he says come from the shadows, it's really because he's taking the enemy by surprise. He should be moving in back of the enemy and causing a flank. Now, the reason why you want to flank the back line is this is how you harass, really. You cause panic, you distract the enemy team. You never want to shadow step in front of an enemy, obviously, or in an area where you think an enemy is probably lurking. Really, you want to harass the back line. You want to make sure that you position yourself in an area that the enemy is not going to see you, and you could really pop up to their back and just fire a few shots off and very easily take them down. So there's multiple ways that Shadow Step can really be used, besides what I just showed. Really, when you're rushing to a point from spawn, that's the most obvious use, right? The only thing that you have to watch out for during that time is cooldown. But Shadow Step, honestly, is primarily, to me, used at a choke point. Now, whenever you see an enemy, basically two enemy teams going at it, that's at a certain position, that's called a choke point, right? You have a Rhine shield that's up, and generally behind the Rhine shield, there will be some DPSs, maybe a tank, maybe a Roadhog looking for a hook, an Ana which is healing the possible tri-tank, and then a Zenyatta that might be back there, a Soldier 76 generally, right, hiding behind the enemy Rhine shield. So when you're going them back, what you're looking for is to target the 76, to target the Zenyatta, to target the possible Ana, right? So you're looking for someone that's hiding behind the Reinhardt shield, that's moved further back away, and that's the proper position for them, really. This is, a position where they're going to get picks on your team and basically look for someone that's vulnerable. But with Reaper, what they don't realize is that they're vulnerable as well. Now, if the team has a lot of map awareness and they realize that a Reaper might be looking for a back pick, that'll be an easy way to basically counter this Reaper, and they'll begin to focus on you. And honestly, focusing for a Reaper is just the absolute death of a Reaper. But keep in mind that Shadow Step is really key to positioning. Not only can you use Shadow Step to rush an enemy point, you can use Shadow Step to basically get the high ground, and then once you have the high ground, you can take the enemy by surprise by using the high ground to really jump down and use your Death Blossom. That's when you can pounce down on the enemy if they haven't seen you basically hide yourself in a certain position. So this
really
is
can't believe we
really,
got that.
really key to just keeping yourself somewhere and making sure that you take the enemy team by surprise. There's multiple uses for Shadow Step,
I'm gonna play
and
a jug
really
instead of
it's
tank if you don't
one of the
mind though.
most
Somebody
important
else tank.
tools to positioning that Reaper has.